Good morning and welcome everyone. We are reading lesson 15 of history and the name of the lesson is the Mughal Empire from 1526 to 1858 AD. In this chapter we have already discussed about the founder of the Mughal Empire, Babur, his son Humayun, Akbar the Great, Jahangir and his son Shah Jahan and the Aurangzeb and the last Mughal Emperor Bahadur Shah. So today we will discuss about the governance under the Mughal Empire. So let's start it. So first is administration. The Mughals managed to unite the country politically. They established a uniform system of the administration which was a combination of both Indian and the Persian system. They believed in the supreme authority of king. A strong army and efficient minister assist the emperor. The whole empire was divided into subas or the provinces which were governed by the subedars or the governors. The diwan was the collector of the land revenue. The kotwal looked after the law and the order in the city. Akbar also introduced the mansabdari system which based on the rank. Every officer give a rank or mansab on the nature of the job, salary, jagir given according to the rank. After his death, back to the king, cavalry, loyal, trusted soldier, royal bodyguard, palace guard, and artillery. And the Mansabdar were also responsible for both the civil and the military administration. Next is society and the economy. The society was divided into two levels, the nobility and the high official form. The upper class they lived a life of luxury. The lower classes were involved in the agricultural and other lowly job in the cities. They lived in a miserable condition. Society in the Mughal time were organized on a feudal basis and the head of the social system was emperor. He enjoyed an unparalleled status and he was the ultimate authority in everything. Next in the rank were the nobility along the Jamidar. The Mughal noble monopolized most of the job in the country. Socially and economically, the Mughal nobility formed a privileged class. There were men of every type and nationality among the Mughal nobles. Clans or family link were the most important consideration for the recruitment and admission to the aristocratic class of the society. Jamidar or the chieftain also constitute the nobility. They had their own armed force and generally lived in the fort. There was a large class of merchants and traders. They had their own right based on the tradition and protection of the life and the property. They also maintain a high standard of living. And the main source of the state income was from the land revenue, which was fixed at the one third of the produce. The state land was known as Khalisa, and trade was well developed, and Indian goods were exported to the different part of the Asia, Africa, Europe, and the many foreign companies like the Portuguese, Dutch, and the English. Now, next one is religion. The Mughal emperor followed Islam. Akbar was the first Mughal ruler to adopt a policy of religious tolerance, which is also known as Sulh-e-Kul, towards other religions to build a strong empire in India. It aimed at harmony among different religions. He set up a hall for worship, which is known as Ibadat Khana, which was open to believers of different religions like Jain, Hindu, Christian, etc. Jahangir and Shah Jahan were also tolerant toward other religion, but Aurangzeb was a staunch Muslim. He forced the Hindu to adopt Islam and also imposed jizya on Hindus. His policy of religious intolerance weakened the foundation of the Mughal Empire in India. This is a picture of the Ibadat Khana. Then next is literature, art, and architecture. All great work of the Sanskrit like Rajtarangani, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Purana were translated into Arabic. History became an important part of the Indian writing. Babarnama, Akbarnama, and Aine Akbari are the main source of information of that period. Jahangir was a scholar of Persian language and he wrote Tujhke Jahangiri. Shah Jahan patronized famous writer for that time. Mughal also built fine architecture. Akbar built the famous Humayun Tomb in Delhi, Fatehpur Sikri, Buland Darwaja or the Victory Gate near Agra. Jahangir laid beautiful gardens like Shalimar Bagh, but it is Shah Jahan who is known as an emperor. He built Red Fort, Jama Masjid, and the famous Taj Mahal. But Aurangzeb did not favor fine arts. Another example are the Jami Masjid in Fatehpur Sikri, Panch Mahal, Akbar Tomb, and the Diwani Khas, which are the fine example of the architecture in the Mughal Empire. Mughal rule was a golden period of the music also. Tansen was the famous jewel of the Akbar's court. Poetry was very popular. It was based on variety of the themes ranging from royal court to worship. Here are some books from the Mughal time which were translated in the Arabic language like Raitarangni, Ramayana, Mahabharata and Purana, and also the Gita in the poetic form, Jahangir Nama and the Babar Nama. These are some books which are kept in the archaeologist place. Now next one is the decline of the Mughal Empire. The strong point of the Mughal Empire were religious tolerance, human approach, skillful diplomacy, and able administration. But the disintegration started once these policies were resolved. After Aurangzeb, 9 rulers came to the throne within a period of 54 years, but they were all weak successors. So the downfall of the Mughal Empire start after the death of the Aurangzeb. The period of the Great Mughal, which began in 1526 with the Babur accession to the throne, ended with the death of the Aurangzeb in 77. Aurangzeb that marked the end of an era of the Indian history. When Aurangzeb died, the empire of the Mughals was the largest in India. Yet, within about the 50 year of his death, the Mughal Empire disintegrated. Aurangzeb's death was followed by the war of the succession among his three sons. It ended in the victory of the eldest brother, Prince Muazzam. The 65-year-old prince ascended the throne. And the another reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire was the religion intolerance of Aurangzeb turned the Rajput against the Mughal, who had always supported the Mughal Empire. Same was the condition of the Sikh and the Maratha. weak and inefficient successor of the Aurangzeb, provide an open invitation for internal rebels and foreign invasion. The noble, the Mansabdar, gradually become more powerful than the central authority, and the European were the rising power in the world at that time, and they gradually took over the internal administration, trade, territories of the Mughal Empire to strengthen their rule. And Aurangzeb remained in Deccan for the almost 20 years, which gave an opportunity to governors to establish independent state. So these are the main reason for the decline of the Mughal Empire. So that's it. Today we will discuss only this one. So thank you and have a good day to all of you.